Here's 9 red flags you need to watch out for when choosing your lash artist. Red flag number 1. If your lash artist does not have a license, run. Having a license and having a certificate are two completely different things. When you have a license, that means you went through school, completed the hours you needed for your course, aesthetics or cosmetology, or in certain states like Texas, there are just hours you go to school to complete to become a lash tech. It is different state by state, but when you are licensed, that means you went through the program, completed the hours, passed all your tests, went and did your state boards, your written exam, and your physical exam. You then got your license and you can legally work on people in a home-based or salon setting. When you do a certificate, you are just completing a course and saying that you are certified in that course that you did. It is not a legal certificate. It is not a license. It doesn't hold up in court. So having a license versus a certificate is two completely different things. You want to make sure your lash artist is licensed by the state. If your lash artist doesn't have a portfolio, that is a huge red flag. You want to be able to see pictures of their work and what it looks like. I want to see what your classic set looks like. Classic is a really good set to watch out for because you really can't hide any mistakes in classic. Volume and mega volume and hybrid all have fans to where you can kind of hide mistakes where people might have issues with direction or placing or one eye's heavier than the other. Classic is a really good set to look for, but if the person has no portfolio or inconsistent work, if they post 4 or 5 mega volume sets and they all look different, one looks like it's a hybrid, one looks like it's mega volume, that's another red flag to be aware of. Inconsistent work and no portfolio. If you don't have work to show me, I don't want you to work on me. Poor hygiene and unclean tools. That is a huge red flag. If you walk in and the lash bed is dirty, or you saw the client before you get up off the bed and your lash artist didn't change the sheets, change the blanket, wipe down the bed with an EPA registered disinfectant, you should be worried. Laying on a bed right after a client is not sanitary by any means. That is disgusting. Also, if you do not see a jar of barbicide or your lash artist cleaning any tweezers, that is also a red flag. You do not just want to be wiping down alcohol and working on your next client. There's some lash artists that don't even wipe down with alcohol. They just have their next client ready to go. Don't worry about no sanitizing, no disinfecting, no sterilizing. That is scary. That is a huge red flag to watch out for, especially when it comes to your health. During a consultation with your lash artist, if they are not asking if you have any allergies or sensitivities, that is another red flag. If you have allergies or sensitivities, it is recommended for you to use a sensitive glue on the client. People who have allergies and sensitive eyes are more than likely allergic to an ingredient called carbon black. That is what makes the lash glue black. So when you have somebody with sensitivities or allergies, you want to use this clear glue on them because it does not contain the ingredient that is more than likely bothering their eyes. If you see a lash artist offering cluster lashes as lash extensions, that is another red flag. Cluster lashes and lash extensions are two completely different lashes. Cluster lashes are applied to bigger sections of the eyelashes, while lash extensions are applied on a 1-to-1 ratio. 1 eyelash extension to 1 natural lash. Cluster lashes are covering up anywhere from 10 to 20 lashes at a time in chunks on the lash line. If your lash tech rushes your appointment and is done super fast, that is also another red flag. They may not be properly isolating your eyelashes, causing damage over time. A lash fill should take at least an hour, if not an hour and a half. A full set should take 2 hours, if not 3 hours. You should not be having 30-minute fills and 1 to 1.5 hour full sets. That is absolutely crazy. Another red flag to watch out for is super cheap prices. While affordability is great, cheap prices can be a red flag. This may be somebody who is just starting out, who doesn't know what they're doing, somebody who's using cheap products off Amazon. Cheaper doesn't always mean better. And when you're dealing with something like your eyes, it's worth it to invest in a nice lash tech. Another huge red flag is if you feel like your lashes are too heavy or if they hurt. You should never be in any type of pain from having your eyelashes done. Never at all. That means that they were applied improperly and could be causing damage. They could be applied to the skin, which is a huge red flag. You do not want to apply lash extensions to the skin. That is absolutely crazy. But they should not hurt or feel heavy. If they feel like that, you need to get them immediately removed. Your lash artist should educate you on how to properly maintain and take care of your lashes on a daily basis. They should be educating you on how to brush them, how to wash them, how to dry them, what to do, what not to do, and when to get your fills. If your lash artist is not looking out for you, do not look out for her. Go find somebody else.